and gentlemen, welcome to the Nodwik Games Room. This is Nodwik here. I've picked up another visual novel. I love these things. So relaxing as a game, you just get to sit down, click one button, and read. That's it. I know it sounds lazy, but I enjoy story as much as I enjoy gameplay, and in this case, it's all story, and there's like 2 buttons to remember. So, this is called Major Minor, and away we go. Where am I? Is this outer space? Can't be. I'd never survive in the void. I scan my surroundings. What I see should be an impossibility. Luminescent nebula gazes back at me. It twinkles, dancing across the sky. It's beautiful, but I'm not here to stargaze. As I take in this scenario, I notice some key things. My feet are not on solid ground. I appear suspended. And for some reason, I'm able to hear and breathe. This is just getting freaky. Those are the 2 things you can't do in space. And now, are we assuming that we're in space right now? Because that would be a little trippy. I count this as a blessing and focus on breathing. There are exercises I could use to calm myself down. 1, 2, 3, I think I know where this is going. 4, 5, no 6. Before I can count any higher, I'm interrupted. At that moment, I realize I'm not here by myself. Uh-oh. I feel a hand rest upon my shoulder. Oh god. What's going on? Yeah. Shivering would not be the only thing I'd do. You know, waking up in outer space, still being able to see, hear, and breathe without, suffocating and dying a horrible death, and then a hand pops up on your shoulder? I don't think I'd just shiver. I'd lose my shit. I expect to feel fear, but a rush of calm overtakes me. Yeah, that wouldn't be me. This character maybe, but not me. Hello, and welcome to the Ark. This is a very special place, you see. Only a select few are allowed to be here. This is home to those touched by fate, imbued with a power most would call fiction. Others have come, but now it's your turn. Others? So I'm not the first? First and foremost, I require a name. Something to enter in the annals of time. Not to be confused with annals of time. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. Who do we want to be? I'll be myself. Yeah, I'll be myself. Nodwik, That's a nice ring to it. I'm sure you'll be remembered. My name, you ask? I'm afraid that's not important. Yes, it's important. I just met you after waking up in space. I'm confused. I need to know who you are and why you're here. No one will remember me after this. Oh, don't say that. I'll remember you. Your presence here portends a grand fate. Not just for you, but the universe, too. That is the purpose of those who come here. We get to control the universe? Yay! So many things I could do if I had full control. To that end, what else do they call you? Your surname is just as important, and out of curiosity I must know. Well, if you must know... what should I call myself? What should I call myself? Nodwik Games Room. Actually, I'll just call myself Nodwik Games. Nodwik Games, Very well. The pleasure is mine. I still don't know who you are. Please tell me something. In giving me your name, the deed is done. Well, it's a little rude for you not to give me your name. I mean, I just gave you mine, right? Your service to me in the Ark is pledged. I don't even know what the hell the Ark is, man. And how can I pledge service to you if I don't know who you are? But do not worry. You're not a slave. No chains. I mean, I suppose that's a good thing. Your service rewards you with a power. Ooh, I like powers. Powers are good. Something that most would kill to achieve. Ooh, I don't like that kind of power. Others must bend to the rules of the world. But for you, the opposite rings true. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. Then what am I? When you make a choice, reality will bend. That doesn't sound good. Your every whim will fall to your lap. That's not cool. The universe now accommodates you. That's a lot of pressure. This is the power granted to you by the Ark. This is the power granted to you by me. I still don't know who you are. Oh, it appears that you're fading away. Do you long to return to Earth? I understand. There is fear in the unknown. I will find you again soon. And perhaps then we can talk a little more. Don't be scared, Nodwik. I mean no harm. Would you like to save your game? Yes! Save points! Saves are always good. As many times as possible. I feel a rush of speed as I'm shot back to my body. It's like, wham! It was almost as if my spirit momentarily left me. Out-of-body experiences. Gotta love them. Who was that man? I wouldn't really call him a man. I'd call him more of a dog thing. And just what was the Ark? I scratched my head in a state of sheer confusion. Yeah, I'd be confused too if that happened to me. It definitely wasn't a dream. I know that for sure. When you wake up from a dream, you know it wasn't real. You laugh it off, continue on with your life. That's not the sensation I was feeling right now. Lucid dreaming. That's gotta be it. He was high on drugs, and he had a lucid dream. That's gotta be that's gotta be it, right? Right? And just to let you know, I do not condone any type of drug use. I try to ground myself in reality. I take in my surroundings, the noises, and people. I focus on my destination, Tokyo, Japan. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. I feel myself calm down, slowly but surely. The anxiety starts to replace itself with excitement. Though many would argue what the difference is. Who didn't dream of going to Tokyo in their lifetime? It had to be on the bucket list of millions of people. And it was the first of many places I'd visit. On what would surely be the best year of my life. I sit there, holding the armrest with a fierce grip. It wouldn't be long until I figured out how wrong I was. The calm before the storm. Alright, just to let you know, folks, I didn't look anything up on this before I picked it up. This may involve all animal characters. I apologize if that's not your thing, but I'm going to continue going anyway, because so far this story is pretty interesting. Alright. I tried my best to maintain my composure. Sure you did. You were freaking out, man. A can of Popstar held firmly in my grasp. What a play on words. Very creative. I wasn't one to drink energy drinks so leisurely, but I picked up what you might call an addiction. Sadly, some people do have an addiction to energy drinks. For a little bit more context, I'll say this. Popstar was the leading brand of energy drink, not to be confused with Rockstar in the real world. In fact, it was almost as popular as soda. It had full endorsement from a famous pop idol. A contest was held to coincide with this idol's new tour. 2 special cans were then thrown into the wild. This rings a bell. It's a famous contest. You know, Coca-Cola tabs, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, energy drinks do it all the time, where you collect the tabs, and one of the tabs happens to have a code on it that you can win stuff. You know, it's kind of popular. Those that found them got to travel with the world tour. Almost like a golden ticket from old school childhood stories. What did I tell you? The contest made the drink skyrocket in popularity. It took the world by storm. Cultural phenomenon. The chance to live a life of luxury was hard to pass up. In case you didn't know, the name of the idol was Klace. Hey. Isn't that the name of the person who designed this game and wrote this? Hey, I'm on to you, man. Putting yourself in the game. What are you trying to do? Inception? So when I say I picked up something of an addiction, that might actually be the understatement of the year. The odds of winning were literally in the billions. So it took a fair amount of chugging in order to win. That doesn't sound healthy. I asked myself if it was worth it. But that's subjective. At least that's what I told myself in between jitters. Being one of the lucky 2 came with its consequences. That's what the media called the prospective winners. Before I can continue thinking, I'm interrupted. Someone walking down the aisle has a nasty fall. They brace their descent and land on the seat beside me. That takes a special kind of skill, doesn't it? He quickly rises to his feet, wearing a look of panic. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I nod my head. It's not the end of the world. Aside from a minor frighten, everything is fine. Although, maybe we could talk to pass the time. It was starting to get boring sitting by myself. Yeah, talking to yourself does get kind of boring after a while. But, I mean, hey, we do it all the time. We sit in front of a camera, you know? And, I mean, yes, we're talking to you guys, but where you're not actually in front of us, in essence, we are talking to ourselves. Kind of sad, really. But we enjoy interacting with you guys. You know, your comments make our days brighter, and so many kind words. First time on a train. Don't know what came over me. I just got dizzy and then bam! Sounds like someone has a case of vertigo. I apologize again. Sorry for intruding, I really am. I try to explain to him that everything is fine, but he seems to think he's committed an awful crime. Yes, you have committed an awful crime. Never bump into me again. Nah, I'm not actually that rude, guys. And girls. Your choices will affect the way you are treated. Oh no. Before you can respond, however, an alarm sounds loudly. The train comes to a screeching halt. Oh dear. Remember, it's not possible to please everyone. Oh god, one of these games? I hate these games. I always end up making the wrong choices because I normally end up playing them like I would myself. And sometimes being yourself in these and not taking the obvious answers can lead down a rabbit hole you don't want to get into. But anyway, mechanical failure? That's not good. Oh no, what was that? Are we going to die? I can't help but snicker at that. Yeah. I've been on a train. They're alright. My train didn't break down, but, you know, it's not the worst mode of travel in the world. I actually enjoy traveling, driving mostly. Although, I haven't actually driven long distances before. I wanna go end of our country and see everything that I can. But so far, I've only driven the equivalence of, like, 200, 400 miles just back and forth. So, nothing big. He's clearly one of those catastrophic thinkers. Good thing I brought a conch. Now I can be in power if we're stranded. He goes to rummage through his bag. A bit of bookworm, isn't he? I decided to just sit back and wait it out. In situations like this, there was nothing else to do. I try and think of how I could pass the time. It might be a while until we're mobile again. I can't use my phone for anything other than texts. The data charges while abroad were a death sentence. But everybody back home would already be asleep. There was quite the time difference at play here. My phone vibrates and I go to look at it, almost as if it knew I was thinking about it. It's Rook, the man I'm meeting at the train station. Are you almost here? I can't wait all day, you know. He's wondering where I am, and I'm not sure what to say. Should I play it cool or let him know we've stalled? I'd be honest. Yeah. Rook didn't like your response. I chose to be honest with him. Wouldn't want to get things off to a bad start. Gah, uncertainty. My least favorite thing to hear. Very well. But somehow I feel like that's exactly what happened. His reply signals a feeling of discontent. Yeah, that's definitely discontent. But there was nothing I could do. And of course, I was truthful. I could rest easy. I noticed that the squirrel is also eagerly texting away. Oh god. I put my phone back in my pocket and recline in my seat. I wasn't exactly sure how Rook was related to Klace, but he had to be pretty high up there. I was only given concrete details last week. I thought there'd be limos and media coverage, but I was quickly told that this wasn't the case. Now, normally in times when you win, they come to you in a modest car, like a town car, and pick you up, and it's all hush-hush, no massive media coverage or anything. They don't blow it out of the water, so they kind of want to stay calm about it. I was getting picked up by a regular guy named Rook. I wonder if he would go full-on cliché, with a large piece of cardboard that says Nodwik. Oh man, I really hope we'll be okay. My train rides are usually incident-free. Usually? But he said that this was his first time. He seems to contradict himself without even realizing it. Well, as fun as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other, just in case we're stuck here forever. Oh, how fun that would be. You can call me Kila. I'm here to see some friends. What about you? What brings you to Tokyo? It's nice to meet another English speaker. I only speak Japanese at preschool level. I'm about to answer, but I stopped myself short. I have flashbacks to when I signed that NDA, non-disclosure agreement. I wasn't allowed to publicly reveal why I was here. At least, not until the media made it official. But then again, what harm could it do? It'd likely never find itself back to me. Plus, Gila could be impressed with who I really am. A friend would be a great thing to have while abroad. Some choices don't have immediate consequences. Oh dear. Should I tell him or keep it secret for now? I decide to stick to my morals and not break the NDA. It was probably for the best. Who wants a lawsuit? If I did let out my secret and word got back to Rook, well, I'm sure there'd be hell to pay. Oh, you can't say. That's cool, I guess. I'm just here to visit my brother. Nothing to hide on my end, really. I thought he said he was here to meet his friends. What do you want, dude? Squirrely bastard. Now he's here to meet his brother. That seems odd. Nothing to hide, huh? I feel bad that I can't tell him. He clearly realizes that I'm hiding something. I'm still really excited. It's my first time in Tokyo. Gotta hit up all the maid cafes. Of course. Typical tourist. What about you? Would you ever go to a maid cafe? I've heard they're just the best. Maid cafes? Those are much like restaurants in Western culture. However, your waitress actually stays at your table. You converse with them, play games, get to know them. It was definitely a foreign concept to me. How do I respond? This choice will affect the flow. You know, personally speaking, I'd actually love to go to one of those things. I want to try as many weird restaurants as possible. So, cool. We'll have to keep in touch. I've looked online at all the tourist sites. There's some great ones down in Akihabara. Before I can continue talking, the train moves again. And that is a great place to leave this episode. I have been going just a little bit long. If you liked it, make sure you give that button the electric spank. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Nodwik, signing out, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.